Russian troops from the 3rd Battalion of the 242nd Regiment in the Donetsk direction threw powerful ammunition into the bunker of the Ukrainian armed forces. The bunker was then destroyed by a huge explosion. Russian fiber optic drone operators, Prince Vandal of Novgorod, destroyed the American-made M113 armored personnel carrier used by the Ukrainian armed forces. Unlike other drones, fiber optic drones are almost impossible to stop with technology. In other words, signal interrupters or other devices cannot stop fiber optics. But if the drone's connection to the cable breaks, communication is lost. This is very difficult to do because the cable is very thin and a human cannot see it on the battlefield. If you notice, the back doors of armored vehicles always remain open after they are abandoned. This makes it easier to destroy the vehicle. Near Uspinovka and Nadezhdinka, 2 American-made M113 APCs were again destroyed by fiber optic drones. As a result of previous attacks, the M113 was immobilized, and a fiber optic drone slowly approached and destroyed it to end its mission. The reason for destroying immobilized or abandoned armored vehicles is that these vehicles could be a trap. Therefore, destroying such vehicles is the safest option. Another M113 armored vehicle lost its movement after being hit by a drone. As usual, the back door was left open, and the drone easily entered and destroyed the armored vehicle. Kharkiv direction. VT-40 drone operators intercepted the movement of a pickup of the armed forces of Ukraine. The vehicle stopped in an open field and caught fire. An armored personnel arrived to evacuate the personnel of the vehicle. They wanted to move the personnel to a safe area, but Russian drones were following them. Just as the crew in the armored vehicle was being evacuated, another VT-40 drone hit the armored vehicle. In the morning, another attack drone came to check the armored vehicle. All the doors of the vehicle were open, making it an easy target. There were supplies in the armored vehicle. Another pickup truck carrying supplies was found in the same settlement, which also did not escape the attack of Russian drones. Footage of clashes on the border with Krasnoyaruzhsky district of Belgorod region. Russian drone operators destroyed the German tank Leopard 2 near the settlement of Petrushka. According to the plan of the armed forces of Ukraine, expensive German tanks were to participate in combat operations already on Russian territory. But drone operators did not allow this, and the tanks were destroyed. The movement of a pickup truck speeding towards the settlement was detected and tracked to its destination. As the soldiers unloaded their supplies from the vehicle at the point of arrival, the attack drone activated and hit the target. As the attack took place, the soldiers realized they had been spotted and quickly fled the scene. However, they were not far from the settlement, and the drones attacked one after the other, cutting off the movement of the vehicles. The immobilized vehicles were wrecked as a result of several drone attacks. In the Belgorod border region, The two S-1 Gvozdika self-propelled howitzer system used by the Ukrainian armed forces was found camouflaged. As a result of two Russian drones hitting the howitzer burned to scrap. The BM-21 Grad MLRS calculations of the Kostroma paratroopers destroyed a group of infantrymen, UAV control points and machine gun points of the armed forces of Ukraine in the multi-story building in Chasiv Yar. Russian drone operators destroyed a US-made M113 APC used by the Ukrainian armed forces near the settlement of Nadia during a night operation. In the Kursk border region, Russian artillery destroys armored vehicles abandoned by the Ukrainian armed forces. Thanks to the precise coordinates provided by drone operators, the artillery is hitting the targets with pinpoint accuracy. The operations continue at night. The equipment of the Ukrainian armed forces withdrawn from some parts of the Kursk border region is being destroyed by precision strikes of the Russian artillery.
Орудие! Выстрел! Заряжен, готов! Орудие! Выстрел! Орудие! Выстрел!
The takeoff position of the Ukrainian Baba Yaga long-range and high-carrying capacity drone was discovered. A Russian attack drone then took action and destroyed the Baba Yaga drone. In the Sudzha region, armored vehicles of the Ukrainian armed forces with anti-drone protection were destroyed. Here are the scrap images of those destroyed armored vehicles. Kupiansk direction. The Russian drone operator noticed that a truck with Ukrainian armed forces soldiers was going at full speed. The drone operator started chasing the truck in order to shoot it down. Even though the soldiers behind the truck opened fire to shoot down the drone, they did not succeed, because the truck was moving fast, so it was very difficult to aim. The Russian drone hit the truck with a direct hit. Footage of the destruction of another American HMMWV.
Гордость американского автопрома Hammer. Вот такой он ебически крутой внутри.